What is up, folks? This is Briston from Briston Gaming, and we are back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show where we figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, we're doing stuff a little differently. We're going to cover a bunch of really new mods, but before we jump into anything, I want to say thank you, mod authors, for all the really cool work that you guys have done, and also thank you, community members. Wow, it's such a hard thing for me to say. For all the support. Sorry, I stumble over it. I don't know why I do. But anyway, now we're going to jump into the mods. And the first mod is the super cool Graphics Overhaul Reshade preset by CreeDK. And it does take some setup to get this to work, and I'm going to walk you guys through the steps. So first, when you head over to the mod page, which we're going to do now, you guys see it says offsite requirement Reshade. So I've already downloaded Reshade here, and when you double click it to get it to run, it's going to pull up here. Now, I've been playing around with stuff. You see I have a bunch of different installations of 7 Days to Die. This is what happens. You select where you want to install the Reshade files. So I'm going to select just 7 Days to Die. We're going to say DirectX 11, and we're going to click Install. And we're going to say, I've already got it installed, so it's going to update or whatever, but that's not what we're going to do. Instead, what we're going to do is now I'm going to come back to the 7 Days to Die folder, and you see down here I have a Reshade preset, a Reshade, and now because I went and when I open this and I show you the CreeDK's preset, we have two colorful right here. That's what we have installed. So now we're going to come back into the game, and when you're in the game, it's going to pop up and you're going to hit the home screen to bring you through and it's going to walk you through how to load the presets, which is what we're going to do right now. We're going to select this, we're going to say select template. Because it's pulling from 7 Days to Die, we're going to say we want to install the two colorful.ini, and we're going to say select. And the preset name, there we go. We're just going to say colorful, and we're going to hit enter. And now it just says switching to colorful. You see it displays right there showing what it is. We're just going to hit continue. It's going to pull up a bunch of stuff. You really don't have to worry about this at all. You honestly can just hit home and just close it out. At this point, you're pretty much golden. Now, if you want to tweak stuff, if you want to play around with it, I hit home, you open it back up, and you can go through and tweak different kinds of stuff if you want to. I'm not. I think the mod author did a great job. This is just more stuff to kind of go through. Don't really worry about it. I'm not worried about it, and you shouldn't be either, unless you really want to spend time playing with this. But now, we're going to go ahead and jump into the game. Once we get in, I'll bring you guys back in and show you what it looks like. Alright folks, so here you see we are in game and everything looks a little bit brighter. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. I probably should have done a show without it installed and a show with it, but if we come in here, I've actually got the other presets as well. So we can say we want to do preset gray tint, and we can select this so we can do gray tint, and you see what it looks like. It's a little bit darker and grungier. I kind of like doing the gray tint in the wasteland biome because it makes it a little bit darker, a little grungier and stuff. And then we can also select the blue tint, which works pretty good in the desert, I found, and even in the snow. Just makes them look a little bit better. And then we can go back to colorful. And the good thing about having Reshade installed like this is if you don't want to just use the presets that especially like the mod authors created, because they've gone through and they put in a lot of work and stuff with these settings down here at the bottom to give you the different levels of effects and stuff. If you want to tweak these to your own liking, you absolutely can. Reshade allows you to do a lot. So if you've never used it before, because there's not a lot of presets like this for 7 Days to Die like there is for some other games, you now have the ability to go through and just tweak everything using the platforms that the mod authors presented, like blue tint. If we go back to blue tint, say if we wanted to do like a blue tint with a cartoon, we can make everything look a little bit more cartoonish with a blue tint. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but there was a subtle change. And that's what's kind of nice. The grass gets a little bit sharper. I actually kind of like that look. You could do chromate aberration. It's not as easy to see. Let's do... monochrome. Really, make it just black and gray. You can do a nostalgia filter, which I kind of think looks kind of good, if a little weird. Definitely makes me want to spawn in a zombie just to see what they look like. Oh, look at her. Kind of like that. Kind of noir-esque. But we can go ahead and turn that off. But all in all, it's just a really cool thing. The mod author created some really nice presets you can play around with and tweak, or make your own with Reshade installed. So it's just really cool to have. So thank you, CreedyK. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the super cool Autominers by Alter, and it's just a really nice mod that helps kind of fix the late game issues of having to go out and gather oil shell or any other kind of resource you need. So you've got two types of miners. You have an oil pump jack and a mining machine. Now the mining machine does need its description updated because it just says build an oil pump jack, but it's the same thing for the oil pump jack. But the mining machine, actually, if we look here, it's unlocked level 80 harvesting tools. The ingredients are kind of expensive: 300 steel, 100 mechanical parts, some springs, engine, and it does require gas to work. But the cool thing is you can set these up on resource veins. Like we have an oil shell vein here, and we have a lead vein right there. Sorry. So we take and we actually have to, you know what, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm lazy. We're going to say dev, and we're just going to go pow. And come on, let me put the damn thing down. Ah, it's so hard get the row. There we go. So now, when you actually, you know, fill it up and stuff like that, it'll start outputting gas, or I'm sorry, it's not outputting gas. It'll start outputting oil shell. So you see how much gas we use determines how much we're going to get. So let's say we want to, you know, produce 5,000 oil shell. Well, that's what we do. And then we just let it go to work. And you see it's actually producing. It's actually working, and we can come in here and check it, and it's producing oil shell. And every tick's producing 5 oil shell. Kind of nice, honestly. Just sit there and let it work. And then we can come over here and do the same thing to this lead vein here. God. Placing these things down is kind of the most... Oop, why did I rotate it instead of just placing it? Come on, Briston. There we go. Kind of a pain in the ass to get them situated just right, but here you see, because it's over a lead vein, we can get it to produce lead. But, you know, we're only going to have it produce 500 lead. And then you see it's going up and down. It actually is it's actually working, right? And we come in here, we look, and there we go. We got some lead. And there's an iron vein. Say mining machine. We're gonna drop down an iron vein just so you guys can see, or drop one on an iron vein just so you guys can see. But there is an iron vein. I thought I saw an iron vein around here somewhere. Nope, that's just stone. Here we go. Nitrate, right? Yeah, nitrate. Here we go. So boom, and to go, so we can get the position, because it's so wonky. Come on. The position. Come on. Just, there we go. And then we want it to make nitrate powder. We can say, make all the nitrate powder. And there you go. And then you set them and forget them. And the cool thing is, you know, you can use the oil pump to gather oil shell, craft it into gasoline, and then now you have a steady source of gasoline, and you can start setting down the mining machines to get nitrate powder, iron, coal, lead, whatever you need to make more ammo, to make more of everything, and it doesn't run out. That's the good thing. I've not seen them actually, you know, once you put in gas and you get them to go, the only way that it runs out is when it runs out, like the timer runs out, and it stops producing. That's it. It's not going to drain the resource pile there. So you can dig down a little bit if you want and gather up some of the resource yourself, like gather up some of the oil shell, make a little bit of gasoline, get this thing set down, let it start producing, and then start making more gasoline, or that or more oil shell that you can use to make even more gasoline, and then there you go. you're cooking and booking with just a crap ton of, the resources you're going to need for ammo and what have you. It's fantastic for that. It's a very good mod. It's a very fun mod to play around with. I like the fact that it's an in-game mod. This is not something you're going to play with, day one unless you spawn it in like I did. But it is very nice to have, a source of gasoline and other resources you don't actually have to physically go out and mine yourself. You can focus on the more fun aspects of the gameplay. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the super cool Hennessy Velociraptor 6x6 by Tempest17, and there's some nice ladies kind of showcasing how pretty this thing is with their pretty little selves. There was one back here, but she kind of fell through. All in all, I'll say this has got to be one of my more favorite vehicle mods, because you listen to that sound, it's not overpowering like the normal 4x4 or some of the other vehicle mods out there. It's not uselessly or needlessly loud and stuff. It has a decent little sound to it. You see the way that it lights up when you hit the headlight button. All of the lights turn on, which is really nice. It's got a very good acceleration. It's very good top speed. It does have some hitting power too when you actually get going and you start smashing into stuff. It'll do some decent damage to trees or rocks and stuff like that, and it'll pulp zombies. I say that right as I hit a apparently unbreakable tree, but it'll pulp zombies just with the best of them, like most of the other vehicles will. I do like the sound of it. So you took out the tree really well. And there are 3 versions. There's a glossy, a metallic, and a semi-gloss, or I'm sorry, a semi-metallic, which is what this one is. I just really like the look of this one. The pink just kind of shines really nicely. It looks really good. I like the Velociraptor there. We zoom in a little bit, you see Raptor right there on the dashboard. All in all, it's a fantastic vehicle mod that Tempest17 has made, and you can actually take sharp turns and stuff and it's not going to go, you saw it didn't go wonky and flip out or anything like that. It took it a second to make the turn, but it actually handles turns better than most other vehicles I've seen. Just all in all, it is a fantastic vehicle mod. I think you guys are going to really enjoy playing around with it, and it just looks really nice and just big. I like it. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this last mod is the super cool Durability Overhaul by Alter, and it's a really good mod. It's a really good challenge mod because everything has a quality level, to include mods that go in your clothes and weapons and stuff like that. And the cool thing is everything has a limited repair amount, so the more you repair something, the higher chance you have of it degrading down to a lower quality item. So your level 6 shotgun could go down to a level 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever. It's a risk. It's actually a really cool challenge mod for that, because now any light source minus a torch requires a flashlight to light. I really like that as well. So there's a nice lady in here. We're going to turn back on the AI. We're going to let her pound on us a little bit. Hey, wake up. Yep. Come on, lady. Is that all you got? That can't be all you got. Come on, lady. Do some damage. Oh, she's actually doing some good damage. Okay, we're going to freeze the AI and go back into God mode before she kills us. And then now we're going to take a look at our character. And you see everything is taking damage. Our clothes have taken damage. Our trench coat took damage. Everything is taking damage, not just armor. And then we look in here at our helmet light. It's actually drained down a little bit, and we can repair it with the NiCad battery, which is what I like. It's a really fantastic mod that does kind of add a depth of play and can change the otherwise. I mean, let's face it. If you've played this game enough, or you get to a certain point, it's easy. Like, you just kind of you don't really struggle as much. You can still die to stuff. Usually it's user error or things like that. But for the most part, the game's fairly easy. Something like this makes it a lot more challenging, because now you're thinking more about how you want to approach fights stuff like that. You know, is it worth taking a hit for a second to switch weapons when you're close to having a weapon break on you, knowing that there's a chance it could downgrade? You know, stuff like that. It's just it's a really nice tweak to how I would normally play the game, and I've been using it for a little while now, and I've really enjoyed it, and it's going to add itself to my challenging plays that I do when I just, you know, really want to push myself and have some fun with it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and that is going to cover it for the week. So thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below, let us know what you think. But have fun, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.